was watching Atreus the other day, friend of the channel, and he was talking about someone getting a 72-hour suspension on Elder Scrolls Online. And it's not for cheating. It's not for harassment. It's not even for cyberbullying. It's for teabagging. Yeah, teabagging. For the uninitiated that weren't around back in the day, teabagging is a taunt in a game where you crouch repeatedly over somebody's avatar. So let's say you kill them, you shoot them, you 1v1 them, you win, you pwn them, and then you just repeatedly crouch over them. So essentially it looks like your character is teabagging them. It's classic. It's gaming 101 taunt. If you are a old school gamer from back in the Halo days, 360 era, you've been teabagged or you have teabagged somebody. It's not new. It's not malicious. It just comes with the territory. It's just dumb online antics. But little woke snowflakes have always kind of been upset about it, to the point where companies like Bethesda evidently banned people from it off of Elder Scrolls Online. And I looked on their forums. There's been countless threads about what's the rules on teabagging and all this. Well, I saw a tweet from this individual called Pain in the Axe. All right. And this is the individual that said they got suspended, saying they got a 72-hour ban in the Elder Scrolls Online for teabagging. They said, honestly, this is such a pathetic rule. This honestly feels like the result of a mass report. But regardless of that, I only dish out reciprocal bags to those who did it first, or if I'm just memeing around with friends. So it's a, hey, I got teabagged, so I'm going to teabag first kind of thing, I guess. Says on top of that, they're supposed to ask you to stop, and continuing from there would result in your account being actioned, which did not happen. Will source dev post below. If and when I receive such a message, I always have complied. Would have laughed, of course, but wouldn't have been a problem to do. So he's saying, hey, if I would have been told to stop teabagging my enemy on Elder Scrolls Online, I would have done it. He says, even equating teabagging to physical harassment is wild. Really great way to water down what real-world physical harassment looks like, and is disingenuous. More often than not, this rule gets used to weaponize the report system against others, where the victim is actually the one instigating the behavior by doing the exact thing they're reporting you for. Why do we have a rule to empower these bad actors? So here's the screenshot. Let me move it to where you guys can check it out. And yeah, it's a mod team response saying this account is receiving a 72-hour suspension and final warning due to violating the code of conduct. We cannot allow teabagging / physical harassment, as it is in direct violation of the following sections of our code of conduct. This is pathetic. This is actually really sad to see happening in video games. Now, I get it. There's a lot of people out there that can't handle gaming culture, but this is a bad look. This is straight up humiliating, I feel, for the entire gaming industry, especially after something like Expedition 33 comes out and kills it as far as RPG games go. Like, Square Enix and Bethesda should be like taking notes and seeing how a small studio of like 30 people made a game that has sold over 2 million copies in less than 2 weeks. The development team of that had barely any experience. It was mainly juniors. And Bethesda, yeah, they dropped Oblivion just the other day out of nowhere, and it blew up. Everybody's playing it. It's in contention for Game of the Year. And now we're distracted by this darker issue in the gaming industry, and it's terms of service. And what Bethesda would do in regards to something as simple and stupid as teabagging. All right, again, this is an iconic taunt. Halo popularized it, and it spread everywhere. You frag someone, you teabag them. Boom. It was almost tradition. I used to say if a game didn't let you teabag, that's -1 point on the review, right? So -1. That's holding it against it. You got to let players assert dominance, right? Digitally. And it's part of the online trash talk ecosystem. And it's so stupid when you really want to sit down and argue the point about, oh, should we allow teabagging? Should we not? So when I see someone get banned for this, it blows my mind, honestly. Like, where are we at right now? A 72-hour ban because someone virtually crouched over another player's corpse in a video game? Cry me a river. Like, are you acting traumatized from it? It wasn't even done maliciously. They were either returning the gesture or just goofing around with friends, which that's what gaming's about. There was no warning, no request for them to stop. just straight to punishment. And I get it. Terms of service you agree to at will, they could decide to enforce punishments and stuff like that. But this person said even if they were asked to chill, they would have chilled. This issue is deeper, though. It's about how the system and terms of service get exploited, right? People weaponize reporting systems. We've seen it on Twitter, seen it on Facebook, we've seen it on YouTube. People mass report. Okay, if you get jealous or upset about somebody and you're some little snowflake, you'll act like victims even though you start this stuff. We see it all the time on X. You get people starting doxing, harassing people, stalking them, and then when it's done to them, they cry about it. Right, Mercante? So now teabagging is being compared to real-world physical harassment in this. I think that's absurd. It's a joke, and I believe it waters down what actual harassment is. Like, actually is. So the email that I showed you said that they got that, you know, it said that it violated the code of conduct because it was physical harassment in a video game. It's not even real life. Like, how is that possible? There wasn't even a voice chat incident with this. It was just a visual gag. Again, it's a visual gag that's been around for over 2 decades. And this is what happens when people running the industry are more worried about optics than fun. Like really, like, who cares? Right? Who really cares? Now, eventually, the devs did walk it back a little. The suspension was removed during an internal investigation. But why was there even an investigation in the first place? Gamers aren't being toxic. They're just playing. It's an online game. This comes with the territory. And now, what are they going to be doing? Putting gamers under surveillance for digital crouching / teabagging? I think this whole incident highlights how far gone we are at this point, right? You got real issues in games. You got cheaters, exploiters, toxic players who actually do real harm, that swat people, that go in real life, that stalk, that dox. And these folks often get away with that stuff. But if you do a little teabag after a kill, boom, God forbid, you're hit with a suspension. Like, where's the logic in this? I think some people are looking at the wrong things in all these like online gaming situations. I think it's harsh, but these dev teams need to get their priorities straight. Straight up. It's not harassment to have fun in a video game. One dev even pointed out the hypocrisy I saw on Twitter that you could shoot people in the face in a game, but crouching on their body is too far. Like, come on now. Right? And let me break it down for you. It's perfectly fine to run over people with your car in GTA Online, right? Do drive-bys, blow up players repeatedly, go to the strip club, but God forbid you get out of your car and teabag them. Then it's a problem, right? That's what they say is crossing the line. That's a little bit too snowflakey for my liking. You can't make this stuff up. So anyways, let me know your thoughts on the situation, guys. Has the gaming industry gone too soft? I'm leaning towards, yeah, it's gone absurdly soft. Are we policing too much harmless behavior in the name of just being safe? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, subscribe. We're on the road to 100K. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. As always, peace out.